And we're live.
Hey.
Welcome
Yo.
back.
Hello.
Hey. Hello.
Hi.
How you guys
Hey.
doing?
I'm okay.
Doing all right. I
Yeah.
had a stressful day.
Do you want to reiterate any of it?
Sure. Ants. So
The
last
movie, the
night,
DreamWorks
yeah,
classic?
Ant-Man.
Yep.
Ant-Man. You gotta slap your knees when you're doing it too. Uh, so last night when Bagel came in, he was lying down on the ground or on the entryway, and whenever he'd get up, there'd be ants there. So we thought that ants were
Oh,
like getting off of him.
hmm
Because like a construction company came in and was messing around with some stuff on our lawn and dug up a bit of the ground again. So we assumed that was what happened. Then we opened the garage today and found out they were actually coming from the garage itself, and somehow they're in like the space between the walls or something like that. That's how they're getting around. We don't know how they're getting in exactly from that, but we just know that yeah,
well, it
they're
sounds like
in the
they're
house
hitching a
now.
ride on Bagel from the garage to the
No,
front
no,
room.
Bagel doesn't go in the garage normally, so there's some
Oh,
other way they're getting in.
okay.
So today we had to set up ant traps and spray around the house and everything else. So it's been a day today.
Yeah, that sucks.
So that's my day. How about you two?
Uh, I've been okay. Your Steam Deck did come in though, so there's the silver lining to the day.
Yeah, my Steam Deck showed up, but going to get the Steam Deck is why we found out about the ants today. So it
Yeah.
has been opened, and that is it.
I will say that showed up a lot earlier than I expected.
Yeah, when they gave me the shipping list, it was like, oh, this will be here in 2 days. I'm like, oh wow, okay.
Yeah. Mine also like hauled ass across the states. Like that thing was moving. So good on Valve, I guess, for dishing out for the good shipping.
Yeah.
Anything new with you, Paul?
No, I don't like heat, and this has been a terrible week so far for that. It's been
It
hot
is
here.
very warm here today. This is the
Summertime.
hottest day we've had so far this year.
What are you guys sitting at?
Well, it's so for you it's not much because it's only 31 Celsius, but for us it's
I mean,
pretty
that's
warm.
comparing that to like the Bay Area, that's still pretty hot. Like we usually don't go over like mid 20s. So
Yeah, 87.8 Fahrenheit for our U.S. listeners.
Wow.
yeah. All right. Very cool.
Yeah.
Let's do a podcast because I want to tell you all about the weird weekend I had. Um,
Yeah.
but it's like what I've been playing. So,
Yeah.
top down perspective for July 14th. I'm Sean Booker,
Paul Fleck.
John Wheeler.
and boys, I fell down a rabbit hole.
I'm excited to hear about this. I got a little bit of a
Um,
tease of it earlier this week.
yeah. Okay.
All right, what
So
happened?
as most of my weird weekends started, I was playing Rock Band 4.
Yep.
Um, and I was thinking to myself, there's so many Rock Band and Guitar Hero games that I don't own, and I should fix that.
Oh
Um,
no.
because I was like, those are just going to be harder to find. They're not making them anymore, and I haven't played Green Day Rock Band. I don't even know which Guitar Heroes I played because they were just cranking those things out like every 3 months for a couple of years there. But then I was realizing but all of those are on the 360, and my 360's disk drive sucks because it's like an OG model.
Mm.
Yeah.
I guess it's technically the second version of it because it does have an HDMI port, but in terms of how it looks, it's an OG.
Okay.
Um, so I bought a new Xbox 360,
Yep.
and that's kind of where things started. I
As
ended
one
up
does in
this is
2022.
when 2022. I didn't have enough Xboxes in this house, and I was just asking John how many he had, and I felt like I needed to start catching up.
I
Yeah.
appreciate it really. I just didn't
So
want
I
to be
think
left
this
alone.
makes 3, 4. I think I now have 6 Xbox branded consoles. No, seven, maybe seven. I'm not gonna figure it out right now. I ended up getting an Xbox 360S. I wanted to get the E, which was the last model, because it would have been like the newest one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was just like Facebook Marketplace, like what is cheap that looks in good condition. It ended up being a 360S for $60.
Okay.
Um, The woman also, like, I didn't even realize she was doing this. She threw in like 9 360 games and a Kinect.
Oh hell yeah.
Nice.
So I have 3 Kinects in this apartment.
Okay, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Which is
person thing.
that's a crazy thing to be able to say.
Yep.
If you want to get rid of one of them, I actually don't have one. If you wanna
Whoa,
just-
what?
Yeah.
Wait, but your Xbox,
the Kinect wasn't mine. I lost mine in the breakup years ago.
The Xbox One came with a Kinect.
Oh yeah, I thought you said 360.
Okay, I was just meaning. So I have 3 Kinect branded devices. I have 2 360s and an Xbox One. Yeah, I could probably give you a 360 Kinect if you want one of those for some reason.
Sure, that'd be perfect.
In the year of our Lord 2022.
I mean, I'm gonna get the most use out of it out of the 3 of us. Let's be entirely real here.
I used mine just like 2 months ago.
Oh well, never mind then.
I
booted it up this week to play some Star Wars Kinect. It's not going to play itself.
Okay, yeah, that's crazy.
I'm just wondering how many other people this week played The Biggest Loser Kinect on 360, because I was one of those people.
That game free, or is that like one that you?
Well, it came with it came with the. So she gave me like
it was
8 or 9
disc.
games.
Oh yeah.
It was the discs that she gave me included Halo 3 Collector's Edition.
Okay.
The orange box, which had an EB Games used price sticker of $90 on it.
What the hell? Okay.
What?
Couple questions there. First, EB Games, and second, $90. Like, where the hell did you buy this?
EB Games, clearly.
Yeah.
But like, there's no way like in Canada they would have charged $90 for that. Like I'm trying to, but it was dollars. It wasn't like, you know, a different currency. Anyways, I should also mention all these games are PAL.
Oh. Weird.
So they work, and I was looking up like, oh crap, did this Xbox I just buy, is it PAL? Is it going to work? And some research showed me like the only like concern should be like if your TV can run it. My TV can run it fine. The voltage seems totally fine. I'm not even sure if the Xbox is PAL, but the games are PAL. The PAL games work. My games work. Like I tested out DJ Hero 2 and the turntable if it would connect. All works. So I think I'm in the clear if those can work.
Sure.
What else was in there? Biggest Loser, Star Wars Kinect, Fighters Uncaged, Kinect Adventures.
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
I can't. That's all that's coming to my. Oh, Assassin's Creed 1 was in there. Viva Pinata. So I think I have 3 copies of Viva Pinata 1 now.
Okay.
Which is probably for the best because like I'm gonna do right by those boys.
Yeah.
But yeah, just some like weird games. So I got the 360, and then I was like, all right, well, now I have like a 360 with a working disk drive. However, this thing doesn't have any hard drive space, so I need to buy a hard drive.
Yeah.
Luckily, those are pretty cheap to get, like the ones that like slot into the side. I was able to get like a 320 gig for $30 on Amazon.
Oh wow. Okay.
I don't think it's technically Microsoft branded, but it seems to work totally fine.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to like have a USB stick sticking out of the front of it at all times, and also I don't have access to this USB stick anymore, so I wanted to get that drive. So I transferred everything that was on my 360 over, and that took hours. Like it was a very slow process.
Yep.
Anyway, so now I got the 360. It's like, well, here's the problem. None of the instruments I have in this apartment will work for it, because the instruments I have in this apartment, which include a drum kit, and 3 different guitars, because Rock Band 4, Rock Band Rivals, and Guitar Hero Live, those only work on current gen and I guess previous gen consoles. They will not work on 360. All of my instruments that will work on the 360 are up in storage back in Calgary, because there's no way I was going to bring another drum kit down here.
Yeah.
Which meant I need to buy another guitar.
Of course.
I saw this tweet. I just shook my head.
So I did find a dude who was selling a 360 Guitar Hero 3 guitar, a model of guitar I don't own, for $25, which I thought that's a pretty great deal. So I now own 6 different plastic guitar controllers.
Jesus.
that was a whole other thing. And then I was like, well, now it's time to start collecting these Rock Band games I don't have. So I found, and this is like on eBay now,
Yeah.
Green Day Rock Band, a sealed copy of the Rock Band Track Pack Volume 2. So I'm hoping maybe the code in that one will still work. And I can transfer that onto the
Those
hard drive.
codes tend to expire.
Okay, well maybe it won't work. Like I don't even know. I just kind of wanted to like play these ones. I know I just tried the Green Day one will not export because I believe all the exports don't work. And I'm not sure if the track pack counts as an export or not. And then I was like, well, let's see what's up on Guitar Hero. Turns out there is 4 Guitar Hero games I didn't have, and I found a bundle on eBay for those exact 4 on 360.
What?
Cool.
Like, what is so I was like, well, that's a sign. Like,
Yeah.
I wasn't planning to spend this much, but and it wasn't even like that much of a deal. Like, if I had bought them piecemeal, I may have saved like $1 or 2 on each of them, but I was like, this is just one purchase. Let's just get all 4 of these. So I have the Green Day's shown up. The track pack I think shows up tomorrow, and then the 4-pack of Guitar Hero shows up on Monday, and those include Guitar Hero Metallica.
Is it Van Halen and Aerosmith? The 3 like.
It's Van Halen. I've already played Aerosmith.
Okay.
Well, I forgot Van Halen even got a Guitar Hero.
Yeah.
It's Smash Hits, and
I don't think I even know that one.
Smash Hits is a collection of Guitar Hero songs that have already been in previous entries. They just collected up and released as another one.
Sure. Okay.
And then and then there's a 4th one that I cannot remember at the top of my head. But anyways,
whoa, I just looked up the list. There's more Guitar Hero games
Yeah.
than I realized.
yeah, they
made a lot.
pumped. Yeah, exactly. And I was
Yeah.
like following along, and even I got like swept over and had to say goodbye at some point. Like, you know what it reminds me of? It kind of reminds me of Telltale games, where it's like, yeah, I kept up with those for a few years, but then they just started like pumping these things out, and there's like 8 somehow that I've never touched.
Yeah. This is insane.
So what turned into like a dumb purchase ended up being like $300 later. I have made this collection and I've driven across the Bay Area a couple times in 1 or 2 days.
And now you know why I tell no one to get into collecting.
I'm not even trying to collecting. It was more just like, I want to play some old school Guitar Hero. And it just so happens all my stuff is like slowly breaking down or in a different country. So I need to like fix this situation a little bit. Luckily, the last time I had like when I brought down the DJ Hero games, I brought like all of my Rock Band and Guitar Hero games that were on the 360. So like, let me tell you about some of the games I've been playing this week, like Rock of the Dead.
Oh
Okay.
no.
Yeah.
Which, for those who don't know, Rock of the Dead is basically a House of the Dead knockoff, but you play it by, instead of shooting the zombies, you have to strum like 4 notes on the guitar that appear over their head, and then they just die.
It's Typing of the Dead, but with riffs, essentially.
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This game is so bad.
I believe
Each
it.
level probably lasts like 20. It's like 20 minutes long. There are 23 levels in this game.
Oh my
Doesn't it have like
god.
Neil Patrick Harris in it or something like that?
I don't know. Does it? There's definitely voice acting of the main character, but like,
I'll look it up.
I didn't think it was him. Rock of the Dead actors. Alicia Day's in it. Rob Zombie's also in it, which I knew he was like a special boss you could take on. And I'm not seeing Neil Patrick Harris pop
No,
up.
I think I must be thinking of someone else then, or some other game.
Are you? Yeah. Anyway, that game is so bad, but like I'm just trying to like get through it because it's like, oh, did you find something?
Sorry, I was right.
Who
It
does
stars
it-
Neil Patrick Harris and Felicia Day.
Who does Neil Patrick Harris play?
I don't know. I guess the main characters.
Is the main character? I'll have to listen again because it didn't come out to me. But the main character does kind of talk a lot about like how weird this scenario is of like meteorites are hitting a trailer park and they're just making zombies and like bats and stuff attack you. You're just slowly walking around on rails. I fought like a dinosaur for some reason at some point. It is a profoundly stupid game. but like a weird kind of piece of history because it's like, yeah, at some point these guitar controllers were so popular that people were just assuming there was enough of an audience that owned them so that they could make games where you had to use that stuff. I think you
Yeah.
actually can use the controller now that I think about it. But why would you use the controller for this game? Like, don't play this game at that point.
Yeah.
Other than that, I played some Rock Revolution, which
Okay.
which is basically a Rock Band game published by Konami, where every song is a cover. Which is odd because you would think like Konami has some music licensing connections with their like Beatmania games and whatnot. But for whatever reason, they put no money into actually licensing these songs, and I'm assuming all their money went into designing and producing their own unique drum controller, which I do own, but that's up north, so I don't have that here to play because I don't need another drum set in this apartment.
Yeah.
Those covers are bad. That game plays so poorly. The like crowd animations, I think there's literally only 2. So when they do like a big wide angle, the crowd almost looks like a checkerboard of a bunch of people that are only doing 2 different animations going back and forth. Like it is an ugly game. There's like 2 loading screens, so you get the same loading screen every single time. So the unique thing about this one is as you're going through the career mode, you'll play songs. Then you'll also do like these challenges where it's like, hey, we're gonna put poison notes in the song. Okay. So if you see, so all the notes are like, they're the right color, but they're like white on the inside. If one comes that's black, you don't want to hit it. So they'll just throw like chords at you where you only play half the chord because the other one's technically a trap, and you have 5 lives. Like
so Rock Revolution's Konami, that's a thing they've done in DDR for years. So that is a thing.
The poison notes? Okay.
Yeah. Except they're mines usually. So they're just like you see like a big red bomb coming towards you where the step would usually be.
Okay, these aren't like big red bombs. These are just a random like black note. They also do this one which I hate, like I just skip it, where they'll play like a section of the song which has about like, I don't know, 50 notes in it. They'll play it for you twice. And then you need to play it blind. Like they'll give you 2 practices with all the notes, then they turn the notes off and you just need to like have memorized them. That's the challenge. Hell? It sucks. I tried it once and I was just like, I'm never doing this again. This is so not fun. Like you would think that the knockoffs can't be that bad, but yeah, they are that bad when it comes to some of these games. So anyways, that's the rabbit hole I fell through. That was a weird one. I was not expecting to buy a new 360, but now I have a 360 with a working hard drive. So that's pretty exciting.
Cool.
And yeah, that's been my week. John, you've been playing something new.
I play Klonoa.
All right. Then I'm assuming this is a new one, right?
This is the new one. So Klonoa Phantasy Reverie Series. I had to look at the full title again. This is a collection of Klonoa 1 and 2, the PS1 and PS2 games, but the PS1 game is done up a little bit with nicer graphics, and I think they've made some changes to the PS2 one as well. If you love 2.5D puzzle platformers like Kirby 64, you'll love Klonoa. It's just a fun, charming puzzle platformer. Go around just like going in and out of the background, just simple boss fights, just trying to find like little extra gems and stuff like that. There's a little challenge to find like 6 hidden characters in each stage. It's just a fun, charming game series.
Is this a good one to jump in on if you've never played a Klonoa?
Oh yeah, because it's literally the first 2 games.
Right, okay.
Yeah, so this is actually a really good one. It's $40 US, and I think Klonoa 1's about 5 hours, and Klonoa 2 is about 10, 7, somewhere in that range.
Okay. I'm assuming you're playing it on Switch?
Yep. Yes, I am. Yeah, Klonoa 1, 4.5 to 5 hours. Klonoa 2, 7.5 to 13, somewhere in that range.
I'm curious because like Switch is like your kind of primary console. Do you see the Steam Deck taking a lot of these third-party games your attention away?
It might. It's just going to depend on like the battery life of the system, how comfortable I feel playing with it, like how holding it and stuff like that.
How it feels? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, it is bigger for sure. I think it's pretty comfortable feeling wise.
The grip, I did a quick hold of it. Like the grips on the back feel nice, but I also tend to game with the Switch while lying down, and that's going to be the big tell. I'm going to see how that feels.
All right, and I've had the battery life be like totally fine, but obviously
Well,
the nice thing about the Steam Deck is you can customize how much power it's using based on like the performance.
okay.
So you could put it into a lower state if you don't mind like a lower frame rate, for example.
All right. Well, yeah, like I said, I haven't booted up, so I'll mess around with it. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if you start seeing me playing a bit more Steam games because of the Steam Deck.
Yeah, save some money that way too, because they're definitely going to be cheaper.
Mm. Yeah, that's pretty much all I've been playing. Like we're doing Xenoblade on stream, and we did Lightning Rounds. We played a bunch of short games, but that's about it. Free time has only been Klonoa.
Nice. And then Paul.
Yeah, I have been playing a new game. I've been playing Strandings that came out this last week here. This is an indie game by the... I'm trying to remember the name of it. It's like Space Warlord Organ Simulator.
Yeah, Space Warlord Organ Trading
Simulator. Yeah, it's those guys who did that thing. Strandings is a little minimalist game where you play... You use your mouse cursor to play like a ball of light, and you are helping out creatures in this forest that a witch has like taken over or whatever. It's all done in a giant grid, but like, I don't know, there's something kind of novel and fun about it. First of all, I don't remember the last time I played a game where you simply just use the mouse for everything. But the thing that's kind of novel about it is that the grid is there's different like terrain and stuff that you move through, and the way your mouse moves through them makes it feel like you're going through different types of terrain and that sort of thing. Like it slows down or it gets slippery or whatever. So that's cool, but there's also a bunch of tiles that like damage you and you can like die or whatever. The thing that's kind of neat about it is that it is inspired by Death Stranding, and it is part of this whole like...
Yeah, it's a Strand game.
Yeah, no, honestly, that's what it... I can't remember what the definition that was given about what Strand games are that Kojima like did, but this is one of those where you interact with the world by like however you want. You can kill the creatures in it, or you can help them or whatever, and it kind of changes how the story and the world builds in certain ways.
I thought Strand what kind of mentioned the like asynchronous multiplayer aspect of it, and when I'm thinking of Death Stranding.
Yeah,
the point of Strand was like, oh, this is how you tie things together. Like the strands that keep us together are the strands, or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is based on kind of some of those ideas. As far as I can tell, there isn't an online component. At least, like, I didn't click a button to go, like, multiplayer or anything like that. I don't know behind the scenes what's going on. But, it's neat.
Are you seeing things that were, like, I don't know, placed by other people?
That's the thing that I don't know, because it does seem like things are being randomly placed, and there's kind of a day-night cycle where things will move around in the forest or whatever. And I don't know if that has anything to do with like an online component that's hidden, or if it's just a random number generator doing that sort of thing. But it's kind of novel that there's just a giant grid and you kind of learn to read it like you are actually playing in a forest with your mouse cursor and moving things around to like help different creatures out or whatever. I ended up just taking the easiest path for my first playthrough. I was exploring a whole bunch. Then I found the witch, so I went and got one of the like death seeds that you can kill creatures with and just killed her. And then like the game started over and things are kind of weird now. So I'm excited to get back into it and see what else I can do. Because it seems like they don't want you to kill people. You get like a negative 4,000 score or something when you do, where if you help out the creatures, it goes up incrementally by like 100 or 200 points or something. Not that I think any of that even matters, but it's also one of these games that as you're playing through it, it's unlocking new things. Like for the longest time, I would have to click onto something and then move it along with me. But after a while, I unlocked the ability to have like a pouch or a backpack, so I can put something in there, which made it easier to move around things around and stuff. It's surprisingly just super novel in a way that not many games are. It's not like many games out right now, so it was just super fun to check out.
Is it a survival game?
I mean, yes, but no. It's more like you're helping out things in the world, because anytime you die, there's just kind of like a bright light that you can move towards to like come back alive. So it's not that big of a deal if you die, but you are definitely trying to like help out the people, the creatures of the forest, and then like bring it back to life or something. And I'm guessing where it's going is that you're also going to be helping the witch at some point, but I just straight up murdered her. Because I was just like, no, she's a witch. She's doing all this shit. Eat this death seed. And then the game restarted. So I was like, oh, okay. Well, there's definitely more to this that I have yet to see. It's $15. It's just a super cool thing I wanted to give a shout out in some time to. The other thing I've been playing is a game John had been playing last week called Lil Noah Scion of Paradise.
Yeah, Paul came and visited last week, and he tried it out, and he seemed to like it if he picked it up.
Yeah, I went home and I downloaded it, and then
nice.
I've been playing it. That game is, there's not much I can add to it that John didn't. That game is super fun. The floatiness I felt playing it there, I didn't feel at home, and I'm wondering if it's just because I got used to it by that point. Like,
it could be that. It also could be my TV might have a weird thing that might have thrown you off a little bit. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Okay. It is still
I guess
a
if
little
it's floatiness,
floaty.
you might not feel it that way. Yeah.
It is still a little bit floaty, but like it wasn't bothersome in any way. I must have just got used to it. I definitely see firsthand now though that those bosses are just bullshit. I got hit twice on the most powerful thing I've ever seen in my life and just fucking died.
Yeah, I think the bosses are probably the worst part of that game because they're just designed to just end a run. That's it. That's all they're there for.
That boss I am finding particularly annoying too. It's like, I don't know, like a ninja type boss or something, but it's an ice element one, and she just keeps...
Queen. Yes, Queen.
She just keeps doing this thing where, like, basically Sub-Zero's ice slide, and...
I don't know what... Okay, so yeah, this is true. The slide, for some reason, always throws me off. It has, like, the telegraph on it is weird.
Yeah.
It looks like other moves, but it just happens instantly if you're not ready for it.
And it basically does, like, 75% of your hit points. It's so rough. That's a rough move. That fight kind of sucks. The other fights have been fine. I think I fought the ones that, like, I saw up to that point at your house. I fought the giant, the Titan. I fought the wind version of one of them.
I hate Jack. Jack is my least favorite, the wind one.
Okay, yeah, that one was annoying, but that was on my, like, power run that I had, so I was able to just do it in, like, 10 seconds. Like, it was quick.
Ah, okay.
So that was good. I could see how that fight... Yeah, that fight could be really freaking annoying, for sure. They're super spongy, too, those bosses. It's kind of crazy how much damage
I mean,
they
you
take.
saw, we got to the final boss when you were over, and that boss had, like...
Crazy.
Stupid, like 50,000 HP or something insane like that. It was just bonkers.
It was like 9,000 for the first form, and then like 35 or 40,000 or something for the
it was like more than double of whatever it had in phase 1, if not triple.
Yeah, it was closer to triple. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, that final boss kind of didn't look fun either, but I like the art style quite a bit, and I really like just kind of the concept of it. I think, like, we were talking a little bit about it, and I was saying a game like this, but where you're capturing Pokemon to be like your fighters, would be fucking amazing.
Oh yeah, no, that would be really good.
Yeah, even as it is, it's kind of exciting anytime I find a oh my god, what the hell are they called again? Do you remember?
Lilliput.
Lilliput, yeah. Anytime I find a Lilliput that is new, I'm kind of like excited to just kind of put them in my lineup and see how they fit in. I've definitely had a few that are way better power level wise and everything than things I were using, and then I just kind of shelved because they would move me upwards out of the way, and that got
Yeah.
me hit like 3 times trying to do stuff. Like, yeah, there's a cool
Yeah.
there's a cool kind of push and pull system of this dude's really powerful, but it might get you killed using him in your lineup, or this guy's like would be awesome in the lineup, but he's so much better as an ability, as a skill. So there's a weird level of depth to that game that I don't think I was expecting from just the little bit I tried at your house and then how much I saw. But and it keeps me coming back to it. It seems like it's going to be a little short. Like, I kind of wish there were more biomes or something, and maybe the boss is ramped up better instead of just being kind of a wall at the end of each one.
Yeah, I am curious if at like the end of the game, just a bunch of extra stuff unlocks or anything like that, because the map doesn't seem filled out. So I'm
Yeah.
wondering if there's just like, oh, well, then here's the rest of the game now.
Yeah. But yeah, that game's super fun. If you like games like Dead Cells, this might be something worth looking
I like
into.
Dead Cells.
It's less fast and less like frantic than that, but it has a lot of the same core concepts of just some decent platforming stuff and fun combat that you can tailor in different ways. It plays kind of similar, but maybe a little floatier. I don't know. It's hard to
Is this on?
say. I'm playing it on PC.
It's on Steam and Switch. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Those are the only platforms I know for sure is Steam and Switch. I don't know if it
Right.
or anything else.
It's this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Bravely Default artist.
Yep.
Yep. That's really all I've been playing, though.
Okay. Well, let's do some news. Paul, you put this first one here, which I thought this ended up being fake, but I didn't see that in the article, so I don't know if that was correct.
Yeah, it's hard to
yeah.
It's hard to tell, because I've tried looking stuff up about it. It seems like they might have. So Bandai Namco apparently was hit by a ransomware attack. That probably did happen because that just happens to companies. The thing that I saw here, or the thing that this article is kind of clickbaiting you with, or really into, is that those people released their like full lineup of fiscal year 2023 because apparently that's somehow just there on their servers. So the thing that leads some credence to this is that we know From Software is working on something, and Armored Core is kind of the like first quarter one thing here, but also it seems like they would have probably announced that by now. So that's part of what I'm like weirded out by. The other stuff here is you could almost guess, like, yeah, of course there's going to be an Elden Ring thing.
All of these are sequels. Well,
Yeah.
I guess most of them are sequels. I don't know what the hell Dragon Ball The Breakers is. I'm just going to say, I'm going to make a guess right now. If that game is real, it probably sucks.
What, Dragon Ball The Breakers?
I'm just saying Dragon Ball Z games usually suck unless they're Dragon Ball Fighters.
Yeah, which apparently there is one on here too. Super. I don't know.
Which, I mean, that was the name of the show, so like that's sure, if they were going to call it, they could call it that. The rest of it's like Little Nightmares 3, okay, Code Vein 2, okay, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3. Like, it's a lot of sequels that it's like, I guess these could be real, but
these
it
are
almost
super
seems...
Well, that's the thing, is that if you made these up, they're super easy layups to guess or whatever.
Yeah.
The one that's more specific, and the thing that kind of this article calls out to, is the DLC for Elden Ring called Barbarians of the Badlands or something like that, which I don't know. I don't know that they release it that late. They're saying Q3 of fiscal year 2023, but who knows, man. The thing that I care about is that I hope Armored Core is real, and it would be great if that's in Q1 of fiscal year 2023, because I've been waiting for another Armored Core.
I thought for some reason, even before this leak, Armored Core had been rumored for FromSoft.
Yeah.
Before this wasn't the first time, like, this month I had heard about Armored Core
Doesn't that
being
seem
a possibility.
too soon? Like, if it was coming out in less than a year, we'd probably know, right?
Right, yeah.
But yeah.
That's what I was thinking too. And you could guess most of these are probably going to happen. Maybe not in 2023, but like, Yeah, Little Nightmares 3 probably happens at some point.
So I saw one post saying like the Cyber Sleuth story for Digimon apparently ended in the last game, so like they don't know this. That's what they think is one of the fake ones.
Sure.
Well, I'm seeing in the chat someone saying that Cyber Sleuth 2 already exists.
Yeah, I don't know anything about Cyber Sleuth or whatever.
Yeah, I don't either, so I can't really say so much.
Yeah,
think-
I'm assuming they're referring to Hacker's Memory, unless they're doing like a stupid like Bravely Default 2 thing where it's the third game.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things you just gotta like not get too excited about, but the thing that I'm excited about is I want Armored Core, and I'll take any little glimpse of that I could get. So I hope that's true. Also,
Sure,
Dragon Ball The Breakers. I have no idea what that thing is.
I'm assuming that's going to be kind of like an open world-ish like Dragon Ball Kakarot game that is bad. That
sure.
is just another cash in on the franchise.
3 Dragon Ball games in 1 year. That seems super, especially one as big as Xenoverse. I'm like super doubtful. Like, there's a lot here that makes this feel fake.
Sure. Yeah, I agree.
And like the Tales of game, like of course there'll be another Tales of game. You could make that third word anything, and it's like, that's the name of a Tales game.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Lineback says something too. I saw this and I was laughing my ass off at this. The Tales of Ascension logo in the background of it was found on a womb tattoo website.
Oh, that's pretty great.
There's a womb tattoo website.
Don't ask. There's some parts of the internet you don't want to know about,
I'm
Sean.
just gonna Google this.
You will have regrets, I'm sure. But yeah, it was found, like someone found that design on a Google image search, basically.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh, it's just like your lower stomach. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, and then this is a calf. I don't know why that's a picture of that in there.
Yeah, I'm sure most of this, if not all of it, is fake.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see. This this
but
article
the tattoo has to be kind of like a uterus. I get it. See, I'm catching up. Okay, I could see how the logo. Yeah, all right.
This article even says as much as like the legitimacy of this is weird.
It's pretty up in the air.
I'm sure that they actually did get hit with an attack because every company gets hit with an attack every day, essentially, when you're big enough.
Okay, well, let me tell you about something that is real, and it's Skate 4. I think we can all get behind Skate 4.
Like maybe? Yeah. Yeah.
As a people, I think we can all get behind Skate 4.
As a society.
Yeah. EA came out and gave us a bit of more information. It's going to be called Skate.
Go figure.
Which I feel like
good start on the info.
I feel like they should call it Skate, but make that a 4, right?
Yeah,
like
for sure. Yep.
You are missing out. It's going to be free to play. Was kind of the big surprise.
Okay.
Cross-play, cross-gen. It's going to be on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. I'm trying to see what were some of the other highlights. I think that was about it. Yeah, live service, free-to-play game.
Yeah,
I could see it. Sure. Like, I'm curious to see what a live service skateboarding game would look like.
That's probably where you go with the skateboarding game. That makes sense.
It's definitely unique. Like you're definitely standing out there and not just being like a Tony Hawk
Yeah.
But I do think it would be cool if you were just in like a big city and there's like 50 people just like ripping up the streets together. I want like you to be able to like skitch on other people and get a whole like conga line going down the street. Like that would be awesome, right?
That'd be pretty neat.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, that trailer they put out a while back to say that they were working on more skate stuff. Didn't they have like just a bunch of people like running around, just flinging themselves around and stuff like that? Some of that sounds like it's from the trailer that got dropped. Like
sure, and I mean that was in like Skate 3 and stuff. You could just get a whole server of like 20 people going off a big jump and just messing up, which was pretty enjoyable. So high hopes. I mean, this gets more people in there, and that's the key, right? Hopefully the monetization doesn't suck in some way, but I feel like at the most part, like at this point in games, they've kind of figured out how to make free to play like work for the most part. Like I play a ton of free to play games that I can ignore the monetization pretty easily, and I have a pretty good time with it.
I agree with you. I do too.
PlayStation Stars has been announced. This is a pretty small thing. It's basically a rewards program. They already kind of have this on Xbox. If you buy games, you get reward points. Similar, Switch has something similar as well, but this is closer to the Xbox One, where like doing challenges will get you more points. Um, I'm kind of thinking more on along the Xbox line since I have more familiarity with that. Purchasing specific games in specific times, purchasing digital currency at specific times will get you points, and then you can use those points to like buy games. It's just money in the account. One thing that this thing that PlayStation Stars will have that was unique is they'll even give out rewards to the first person to platinum a game in each region. Will get,
Okay,
like,
that's
bonus
kind of
stuff.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's kind of cool. So
Yeah.
we'll see how they go. I did just see this other news story relating to this while we were podcasting that I felt like I had to add. I'll read the headline here. Sony has clarified that its new PlayStation Stars loyalty program will not reward players with NFTs.
Okay.
I just like that was enough of an issue that they had to get out in front of that.
Yeah.
The Sega Genesis Mini 2.
I'm actually excited about this. Yeah.
I haven't been following this much other than I know it exists, and you can only get it through Amazon Japan. Is that right?
No, that part's not true.
Okay.
Because they have one for every region now, because there's the Genesis and then there's the Mega Drive too. They haven't announced the full list of games yet, but they've announced a decent amount of them, and one of the big deal this time around is Sega CD games will be a part of it.
Yeah.
The
Shining
6-button
Force?
controller, right?
Yes, and that's a big deal too, for sure.
Yeah, let me see what they've confirmed so far. For Sega CD, so far they have confirmed Sonic CD, Shining Force CD, Slipheed, Mansion of Hidden Souls, and Night Strikers. Night Striker was, I believe, a Japanese exclusive one. Oh, and Ninja Warriors, which is Ninja Saviors over here now. Genesis game-wise, Afterburner 2, Outrun, Outrunners, Virtua Racing, Super Hang-On, Sonic 3D Blast, Shining in the Darkness, Vector Man 2, The Ooze, again for some weird reason. The Bonanza Brothers, Alien Soldier, an excellent choice there. Rainbow Islands Extra, Splatterhouse 2, Rolling Thunder 2, Lightning Force, which is an excellent game.
Yep.
And 2 bonus games so far that didn't actually come out. Fantasy Zone for Genesis and Star Mobile or Star Mobile by Mindware. That's another one that didn't come out. I assume this might be a fan one. It's going to have 50 games on it, they've confirmed, but so far the known list is 23.
Okay, I'm looking up at how to buy this, and I'm pretty sure it is exclusive to Amazon Japan. Which they will ship it to North America, but you are ordering it from Amazon Japan, so you are getting a large delivery fee.
Oh, you're actually right. Yeah, I click it. If you click on their website, it goes to Amazon.com, but specifically says it is importing from Japan. That is weird.
How bizarre is that?
Yeah.
So, like, for me, it's like a $22 delivery fee, which puts this as a price of around $125.
Weird.
Yep. I don't know. So, you guys interested enough to import one from Japan?
I have to see how much it is. I'm trying to figure that out.
I have to steam the full list. $103. It says American right now.
And then the
I don't know if that's
import
the price
fee
they're
of
going to go for.
like $20 or so.
I'm more curious about the full game list is. I got lucky and Sega sent me the first one.
Oh, wow.
Oh, nice.
I have the Mini 1 from Sega themselves, but I had to do a stream for it. So I'm wondering if they're going to want to do the same with this one as well.
Hey, Sega, if you're listening, John's willing.
I will not say no.
All right. Next story. Bayonetta 3 had a trailer drop out of nowhere, and we got a release date, which I was hoping this October 28th.
Nice. I think that's the same release date as the Genesis Mini 2. Nope, it's 1 day later.
1 day, yeah.
Okay. They should have just held this for 3 more days and then released it on Halloween, because that would have been fun.
What day is Halloween fall on this year?
I don't know. probably not the right. And that's Halloween is
Monday.
on
It's
a
a Monday.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm looking at July 31st. Well, if anyone's wondering what day July 31st lands on, it's Sunday, Monday. You're right. And the 28th is a Friday. I mean, it will be out in time for Halloween, but there's not enough games that drop actually on the holiday. So,
Yeah.
oh
well,
looking
still
forward
excited
to
for
it, right?
Yeah, I haven't looked at it. The big thing they're advertising is a what do they call it? Naive angel mode or
angel
something like that?
mode. Yep.
Yeah, so it's a censored version of the game essentially, so that you can feel more comfortable playing the game.
Oh, okay. Like if you're
Like
like playing
visually
it in front
censored,
of like a kid.
like yeah, Bayonetta's not getting naked all the time, stuff like that.
I wonder what they do. Did they just put her in like a big, like oversized T-shirt?
No, they
No,
put her in
like
a
her
catsuit.
outfit doesn't disappear.
Oh, her outfit.
They've already
doesn't
shown what it
disappear.
does. Like just
Yeah.
her normal outfit just doesn't disappear.
And it covers
Oh,
up
okay.
cleavage on some of the other characters. Like, it's basically, I have to play this in front of my parents mode. It's literally what it's advertised as on Twitter as that.
Okay. Sure. I mean, yeah. Okay. More options are better than not, right?
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of sexy characters, Kirby has announced Kirby's Dream Buffet.
This looks
I was
fun.
so sad because when I woke up and saw Kirby in Dream and I saw a ball,
Oh.
I got real excited for a sequel to Kirby's Dream Course.
Yeah.
I had hopes, no. But this still looks cool.
This looks
still
fun.
looks like pretty neat.
Yeah.
It looks like Fall Guys, right?
Kind of.
It's sort of. It's just the way that they're lined up at the beginning there for the actual, like, they're literally behind like a little like starting gate. They're all spaced out. That
But
part
it also
definitely
looks like
Fall
you're
Guys.
going through obstacle courses.
Yeah.
Yeah. Only 4 players, which I don't know. Fall Guys does like 60, so
I don't think this is meant to compete with Fall Guys. Yeah.
I don't think so either. Did they do any kind of pricing or anything on this? Will this be free to
Nope.
play?
They haven't said anything. They just
This
announced
seems like
it. I
something
think it
that
comes
would
out
be
summer, right?
Just summer 2022 is what they've said.
This feels like it should be just included in like the online subscription service.
I mean, I agree with you, but I said that
yeah.
about Fall Guys as well. That should have been free.
And
to
Fall
play.
Guys ended up being free to play. So
A year later.
there you go.
Yeah.
But I don't think Epic's going to buy this team and make it free to play. So
Well, yeah. You never know, I guess.
it's
This will be the one
Nintendo
time.
eShop. So I don't know. Well, let me ask you this: like, how much would you pay for what you've seen?
I don't know, 15 or 20 bucks, probably the same as Fall Guys.
Wow.
Yeah, probably
Okay.
same range.
Especially
sitting at
if
10.
it's Switch, because there's going to be $10 added on, because that's what every fucking Switch game does for some reason.
Yeah, it's just going to
True.
depend on how much content's in the game, and that's the thing. No one
True.
knows yet. It looks like a fun multiplayer game, but if it's only got like 2 courses, then it's just like, well, okay, I'm good.
It's the other thing. Like, if it's multiplayer, you got to hope other people are buying it. If they give it out in
Yeah.
kind of an easy way, like then you'll definitely get some games going.
I'll just say right now, it's a Kirby game. People are going to be playing it.
Okay.
That's true. Yep.
My friends probably won't, unless it's free.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
All right, that's news. Let's do a few questions before we end this. topdownperspective@gmail.com, at TDP Podcast on Twitter, the Discord channel, or John's P.O. Box are all great ways to send questions in. And you can sound just like Rasterman, who writes, in honor of Kazuki Takahashi passing away this week, what are some of your fondest memories with the Yu-Gi-Oh franchise?
Watching the show, and I used to play the card game in high school.
I also definitely played the card game in high school. That was enjoyable. Yeah, the show. I didn't watch any of the spin-off ones like GX or whatever the other ones were. 5Ds, I think, was another
5Ds
one.
is one of them, yeah.
Yeah, what was the one where they were like on like weird wheel bikes?
That was 5D.
That was 5D. Okay. I even played. They did a dice version of it in the core Yu-Gi-Oh show.
Yeah, Dungeon Dice Monsters.
I played a physical version of that. My friend owned that.
Oh, I didn't know there was a physical version of that.
There
That sounds
was, yeah,
awesome.
yeah. I also read the manga when that was in like the Shonen Jump magazines. Again, just the core Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. Anything from you, Paul?
Nope.
Nope. All right.
Phantom Aegis writes, ahoy, TDP crew. What's your favorite chicken dish? Butter chicken. Easy.
Butter chicken. Okay. It's hard. I like chicken is very versatile.
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
fried chicken sandwich, fantastic. Chicken Caesar salad, delicious.
Yep.
Reese makes a really good lemon herb and chicken pasta.
Yep, that sounds
Okay.
good too. Yep.
Probably my answer.
Mom makes a really good like stuffed chicken kind of thing, but chicken Alfredo, delicious. Um, there's not a lot of ways I won't eat a chicken. Raw, not a great way to eat a chicken. That's one of them. That might be the
Yeah,
only
there you
one
go.
though. Uncooked.
Salmonella.
Yeah, there you go. That's another one. Like chicken can fuck you up, but like it's also very tasty.
Yeah, true.
BGC Kenny writes in and says, if someone tells you that you would like a game based on you liking another game, is that a spoiler? What if your adoration for the game you like comes from a spoiler in that game? Does that effectively spoil the game getting recommended? If it is a story-based game, then I could see that, or a story-focused game, maybe. I don't think saying you would like a game based on you liking another game, if it's based on the gameplay, is a spoiler.
Yeah.
Like,
because those are just like genres, and you like
Yeah.
it'll be pretty hard to play a game without knowing the genre.
But I see if your adoration for a game comes from a spoiler in that game, that I could see kind of being like that would be it.
I'm trying to think, like, in that scenario, you would have to like a game not for any of the gameplay, but for like 1 30-second moment, right?
I mean, like, what about like if it's a case like, oh yeah, if you like Undertale Genocide Run, you will like this game, like something like that. Like you get like if you like this focus centric section of a game, not just like a 30-second blurb, then you will like this game. But like it's a spoiler because like if you don't know what that run means, then it's a completely different beast.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to think, like, then how would you even
It's
go
tough.
ahead and recommend this game?
Yeah, because then you are technically spoiling the game you're recommending at that point.
Yeah. Like, you'd be like, hey, I think you should play this game because I know you'd like it, but I'm not going to say, like, why you'd like it or why I know this. You just have to trust me. Which I guess could work, depending on the relationship you guys have, maybe.
I've definitely had games recommended to me like that. Like
Yeah.
I can't tell you why you'll like this, but trust me, you'll like it. Like that kind of recommendation.
I don't think I would take it as a spoiler. I'm having
I
a hard
wouldn't
time
either.
of thinking of a scenario where I would say to someone like, "Man, I wish you hadn't recommended this game to me after I just said how much I liked this." Like I don't think I would take it as a spoiler. I guess maybe like technically by like the definition of what a spoiler is, I could see the argument, but I don't think personally I would be like if I was in a place where I'm like I don't want to be spoiled, I don't think I would consider that a spoiler. Limebeck writes, "What's your favorite Yu-Gi-Oh card?" And there's a bonus here. If you can answer this, I definitely can't. Your favorite Yu-Gi-Oh card that's a light attribute monster that has dragon in the name but is not classified as a dragon. Yes, there are a lot of them.
What?
Yeah. That went right over my head. I don't know. I don't think I have a favorite Yu-Gi-Oh card.
I kind of like the Gradius one, the Vic Viper one. I thought that was kind of neat, just seeing them like references to the Konami games. Dark Magician Girl, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, like I'm trying to even think like what my deck had in it, and I don't remember much.
I found mine the other day.
Oh yeah.
I had the Yugi starter deck, and I had a bunch of booster packs mixed in. I just found it in storage when I was going through a bunch of containers. I guess this was months ago, but yeah.
I think I still have my cards somewhere up there, and I even got like one of those like special edition box sets that came with a bunch of card protectors. So I had like really cool shiny card protectors with the logos on them, but I don't remember like what was in my deck. That this is a long time ago. Paul, what's your favorite Yu-Gi-Oh card? If you had to gun to your head, you have to pick something.
Pull the trigger.
Wow.
Wow.
Life's
I have
done
no
'cause of
idea.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
I never got into Yu-Gi-Oh, and I frankly don't care about it now. So these questions mean nothing to me.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
You'll be missed.
Suku's final question. If you could choose, what would you want the world to revolve around? A la Yu-Gi-Oh! And card games. Okay. The sky's the limit. Want it to be about marbles? There are now schools for ring toss. Okay. Stamp collecting could be life or death event. Fate of the world could be decided by billiards.
Right, so Yu-Gi-Oh is an example. What is ring toss? Have you heard of that phrase?
I don't know. Nope.
It's
I
something
haven't.
marble related? Ring toss.
I thought that was going to be ring toss, is what I was expecting to hear.
Ring toss was a marble game popular in the late 1700s, very similar to pool, billiards, and was often played on the ground. Today, marble games like ring toss are still played around the world by many different age groups.
Oh yeah, you're trying to like knock them
Interesting.
out of the ring. I feel like this is like the typical what I played when I played marbles.
Shooting marbles, yeah, it kind of
Yeah.
looks like it.
Yeah. I mean, I think an easy answer would be just like Pokemon.
Yeah.
That would be super cool for sure.
Yeah, let's try to pick something that exists in reality in the moment, though.
Okay. Like,
Revolve
and so it's like a
around.
serious thing that's like instead of people going to war, they're like, well, we're gonna have to play this game of Chinese checkers to determine,
Yeah.
whether we're going to take your border by force.
I hate that my mind immediately went to Nerf dart fighting. Like
Oh,
you just
man.
have all these different Nerf guns you have to use, but then that's just basically the toned down paintball or toned down like actual shooting people.
Which is still better, but it's less.
Yeah.
It is not that creative. Yes.
Yeah.
Although now I want a main character that goes around with like one of those big bad bows, like the bow where they had like a giant Nerf arrow on it. That's what I want to be the hero, is just like he uses a bow, but specifically a Nerf bow to defeat everyone.
I didn't know that was called Big Bad Bow.
I think that's what they used to call it.
I believe you. I'm just when I think of Nerf bow, I think of like the Hunger Games branded Nerf bows that they made for like girls to be like Katniss.
Yeah.
That's what comes to mind for me.
Oh, apparently I was right. I did remember that. It is actually called the Big Bad Bow.
Nice. All right.
Cornhole's pretty fun. I wouldn't mind settling some debates through cornhole.
Yeah, that'd be pretty
Yeah,
good.
Like, excuse me, manager, can I have a promotion? Only if you can beat me in this game of cornhole.
Yep.
All right, let's do it. I've been practicing instead of working.
Well, like the most innocuous thing ever, like rock, paper, scissors, or like.
Yeah.
Well, I have that video
Slaps.
saved on
go.
my
Slaps.
on like my Twitter likes of the like Japanese super important final round of rock paper scissors where the girl starts crying because she wins. Like that thing always brings a smile to my face.
Yeah.
That's the thing, is probably half the stuff we're coming up with is already a big deal in Japan.
I mean, not even Japan. Like, oh shoot, what is it? I saw is like pillow tag or something like that. It was like a national sport at one point.
That sounds fun.
Oh no!
Pillow tag.
I remember what it is. It's like bouncing a ball up in the air, and as a team keeping it going in midair while you're like a living room. There's literally a professional sport of this, and I don't remember
is
what
it a
country.
ball or a balloon?
It's a balloon. It is a balloon.
Yeah. Okay. I
It's
think I may
literally
have seen
bouncing.
something
You
like
have to
this.
keep a balloon up in midair as a team of like 4 people, and like you have to get as many hits as possible. It has been
Yeah.
televised, and it
And
looks
people are like
incredible.
diving and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I cannot remember what it's called, but it's amazing.
I mean, they also they have like extreme tag where it's like 1-on-1 in kind of like a square obstacle course where people are like trying to tag each other. There was a movie that came out a few years ago. I never watched it. It was a documentary about underground tickling rings,
Okay.
which I think it was actually just called Tickle.
Weird.
That's wild, dude. That's absolutely wild.
Tickled. This came out in 2016. There's a movie all about underground tickling. Life's great. Sometimes life is great.
That is so stupid. I love it.
All right, that's going to do it for questions this week. If you would like to send in questions for next week, again, topdownperspective@gmail.com, at TDP Podcast on Twitter, the Discord channel, or John's P.O. Box. What is your game of the week?
Klonoa.
Little Noah.
Oh, God.
You have the most choices to pick from.
Yeah, I can say Rock Band 4. Thank God. I did play some of that. All right, and some stuff to keep your eye out on. The submission thread for August's TDP Plus is live, so if you're at the appropriate tier, go submit a game now. Only submit games that we haven't done an episode about in the past. I didn't think I needed to say that out loud, but clearly that has to be a new rule. And for the TBP listeners, the episode of Thor: Love and Thunder is live, so go listen to that. And with that, we'll see you guys next week. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.